With the sword energy making a path, Wang Lin used all of his speed and moved like a meteor toward the bottom. He didn't bother with Joey right now because although Greed had a lot of treasures, Joey wouldn't be defeated easily. What he needed to do now was open as much distance as possible to stall for time until Joey arrived. This Greed has too many treasures. I don't know how many more strange treasures he has in that bag of his. Even if Senior Joey wins, I'm afraid it will take some time. Wang Lin frowned. The sword energy continued to break the resistance as he rushed downward. Behind him, Greed's second origin soul chased closely after. This second origin soul was like a small person made of crystal. Black lightning bolts surrounded this small person. The resistance coming from below was broken by the balls of lightning. His eyes glowed as he stared at Wang Lin. His right hand formed a seal and he slapped his palm down. 9 of the balls of lightning around him immediately lined up like a string of beads. It pierced through the resistance like a fierce arrow and flew directly at Wang Lin. Thunder! Wang Lin's head suddenly turned around and he slapped his bag of holding. The god-slaying war chariot immediately flew out. It quickly formed a ball of lightning in the air. The ball quickly expanded and turned into a mighty thunder beast. The thunder beast was a celestial thunder beast. After it appeared, it snorted out 2 strands of green gas. Its eyes contained lightning. Under its gaze, not only did the 9 balls of thunder not slow down, they flew even faster. The thunder beast opened its mouth and let out a roar. The 9 balls of thunder suddenly trembled, and then, instead of going to Wang Lin, they flew toward the thunder beast and were instantly swallowed by it. Greed's second origin soul's eyes immediately lit up. He moved his body and all the black thunder around him rained down on Wang Lin and the thunder beast. At the same time, the second origin soul slapped his forehead. A hammer covered in lightning immediately appeared. He grabbed the hammer and slammed it down. Rumble, rumble, rumble. The thunderous roar of thunder exploded forth as lightning shot out from the hammer. The lightning moved like a dragon that was clawing toward Wang Lin. Wang Lin's eyes lit up and he slapped his bag of holding, taking out the celestial brush. He took a deep breath and immediately drew in front of him. A 5-stroke symbol suddenly appeared and he inserted 5 portions of his origin soul into it. The golden symbol released a blinding light. After it appeared, it shined like the sun. At the moment the dragon arrived, the 2 sides collided in the air. A loud bang echoed in the abyss, causing a large amount of rocks to fall from the cliff. Those rocks were pushed upward by the resistance force. For this instant, even the resistance force coming from below slowed for a moment. The symbol split into 5 pieces of divine sense and returned to Wang Lin's body. Wang Lin's body staggered and his face became pale. Without pause, he flew down again. The lightning dragon didn't change at all, but it stayed in the air completely motionless. When the resistance force pushed against it, countless cracks appeared on it, and it collapsed. As for the thunder beast, when the balls of thunder arrived, it opened its mouth and happily ate 1 ball of thunder every time it opened its mouth. Even the collapsing lightning dragon was devoured by the thunder beast as it passed by. Then it looked at Greed's second origin soul with a provoking gaze before following Wang Lin. Greed's second origin soul's eyes were filled with cold intent, and he said, in a hoarse voice, "Damned beast!" He waved the thunder hammer in his hand, and it began to glow red. He quickly chased after Wang Lin as the red light on the hammer became stronger and stronger. Finally, the hammer started releasing a blood-colored light. As Wang Lin was escaping, he suddenly felt powerful thunder behind him, causing his even hair to tingle. The thunder beast also became serious. It looked back and let out low growls. What spirit exactly is Greed's second origin soul? Wang Lin's expression was gloomy. The resistance was getting stronger, but Ling Tianho's sword energy was very strong. Wang Lin wasn't affected at all with the sword energy opening the path. He moved like lightning as he rushed downward. Greed's second origin soul chased closely after Wang Lin. The distance between them constantly changed as they charged toward the bottom. However, the closer they got to the bottom, the stronger the resistance became. In the end, their speed slowed down. Greed's second origin soul slowly said, "Celestial destroying thunder!" He waved the hammer in his hand and the red light on the hammer flew out as a ray of lightning. It didn't charge toward Wang Lin or the thunder beast but instead drilled into the cliff of the abyss. Wang Lin's pupils suddenly shrank and he suddenly felt a sense of crisis. At this moment, he grabbed the thunder beast without any hesitation and put it back into his bag. All of the life seals gathered on his body, and at the same time, he took out a large amount of blood jades. he crushed them all. These blood jades came from Yao Shishue. Now that he crushed them, the thick, blood-colored light immediately surrounded him, forming layers and layers of protection. Almost at the moment Wang Lin finished all of this, a flash of red light came from the side of the cliff. Red dots suddenly appeared on the cliff's surface. These dots became larger and faster at the same time. Then the dots suddenly burst out from the wall and formed a net of red lightning. The red lightning around Wang Lin immediately pierced through the shield of blood light, creating loud bangs. Some even reached Wang Lin and was stopped by the life seals. Wang Lin's expression became even more gloomy. He slapped his bag of holding and the three swords appeared. After infusing Ling Tianho's sword energy into them, Wang Lin pointed at Greed's second origin soul and the swords charged toward Greed's second origin soul. Since you want to fight, let us fight! Wang Lin no longer tried to escape. Although this was very close to the abyss, the resistance here was simply too big, so it would be difficult to pass. Adding on how vicious the second origin soul was, Wang Lin was angered. The three sword formed a formation and charged out. The mouse, pig, and sheep evil spirits emerged and fused with Ling Tianho's sword energy. They pierced through the lightning net and gave off thick sword energy as they stabbed toward Greed's second origin soul. Greed's second origin soul shined brightly, and its eyes became serious. He slammed the hammer in the air, and then lightning dragons appeared and started circling around him. When the three swords arrived, the three evil spirits flew out and began fighting with the lightning dragons. The three swords circled around and suddenly stabbed forth. However, they were blocked by the lightning dragons and weren't able to stab into the second origin soul. If Ling Tianho's sword energy wasn't there, Greed's second origin soul wouldn't care so much. However, the sword energies inside the swords made him very cautious, as he couldn't allow the sword energies to enter his body. He decided to constantly use the lightning dragons to weaken the sword energies. A mark gradually appeared between the eyebrows of Greed's second origin soul as he waved the thunder hammer. This mark was very deep and flashed slowly. Wang Lin was covered by the blood light. Without Ling Tianho's sword energy, he could feel the powerful resistance force below him. He flew upward, borrowing the resistance force from the tide abyss. He moved at a speed several times faster than before as he flew through the lightning net and charged straight at the second origin soul. The majority of the blood light around him had already dissipated. He had to constantly crush blood jades to continue protecting himself. If there was no blood light to act as a shield, he would be facing a life and death trial inside this lightning net even if he used 1 million life seals. Back then, the gray-robed all-seer said that the defense of the life seals was extremely powerful, and this is true when facing ordinary spells. However, when facing someone stronger than me, it's simply 1 TB enough. Either the celestial slaughter art is imperfect, or the gray-robed all-seer deceived me. He immediately saw the mark between Greed's second origin soul's eyebrows. That is the seal Greed uses to control the second origin soul. I need to smash it. Wang Lin's eyes lit up. The lightning net was too dense, and it closed in as he moved, making the net even more powerful. However, at this moment, Greed's second origin soul's eyes became cold and the lightning net around Wang Lin immediately contracted. Countless rays of lightning began to gather toward Wang Lin. At this moment, Wang Lin gave up on his defense. His eyes became red and he shouted, "Very well, either I kill you, or I die today." The three swords moved even faster. It was as if they felt Wang Lin's killing intent. Ling Tianho's sword energy spread out from the three swords. "Stop!" A loud roar came from Wang Lin. At this moment, the celestial spell, Stop, was used by Wang Lin at full power. Greed's second origin soul's arm suddenly paused. Wang Lin's eyes glowed brightly and he shouted, "Kill!" In an instant, the three swords' auras reached their peaks and moved through the lightning dragons. All three swords stabbed into Greed's second origin soul and pierced his body. Ling Tianho's sword energy charged into Greed's second origin soul without any hesitation and began to rampage inside his spirit body. Greed's second origin soul's body trembled, and the seal between his eyebrows flickered like crazy. The seal spread all over his body, trying to resist this destructive force. At this moment, the lightning net contracting toward Wang Lin suddenly collapsed. Wang Lin rushed out and slapped his bag of holding. The devilish amour immediately appeared over his body. The devilish energy spread out, and he suddenly raised his finger. The demonic finger was used, and the celestial spiritual energy inside his body transformed. At the same time, Wang Lin pointed again, and the underworld finger was used. The moment the underworld finger appeared, the underworld river appeared as well and charged out along with the underworld finger. Wang Lin closed in with the help of the two spells. His speed increased with the help of the resistance force. Wang Lin arrived next to Greed's second origin soul and pressed the two spells into him. Wang Lin's eyes were bloodshot as he shouted, "Explode for me!" The seal between Greed's second origin soul's eyebrows flashed violently, trying to return back to normal. However, Wang Lin's two spells landed another fatal blow, so the seal collapsed. Along with the seal, the body of Greed's second origin soul also began to collapse. Countless cracks appeared on its crystal body. However, just at this moment, Wang Lin's expression changed. He recalled the three swords and quickly retreated. A desolate aura spread out like crazy from the cracks of the second origin soul, and there was an unimaginable aura leaking out from the cracks. It was the aura of a beast. The three evil spirits on the three swords immediately trembled. At the abyss exit, Greed, who was fighting with Zhou Yi, trembled violently and coughed out a mouthful of blood. He looked below him with an aghast expression. Greed's second origin soul exploded with a bang, but at the moment it collapsed, a green light shot out from between its eyebrows. A thick, desolate aura spread out from the green light. The moment the green light appeared, it turned into a green dragon. Lightning circulated all over this dragon. It was extremely terrifying. This was an ancient thunder dragon, and it was very famous. Back then, when Greed was only at the foundation establishment stage, he fell down a cliff and found a baby thunder dragon. He carefully hid it, and when he encountered danger, the aura from the thunder dragon would protect its master. Later, Greed brought a wasted magical treasure in an ordinary city. However, after some research, it turned out that this treasure wasn't a waste but an ancient magical devil. Greed used it to brand and seal the thunder dragon so that it could never awaken and remain under his control. It wasn't until he reached the ascendant stage that he refined it into his second orange soul. However, he didn't dare to stimulate it too much, lest it awaken and escape from his control. This green dragon opened its eyes and let out a real dragon roar. At this moment, the sky changed color and the clouds gathered. Even the resistance from the tide abyss was pushed away. Wang Lin revealed a bitter smile. Without any hesitation, he borrowed the resistance force to push himself back up and stayed far away from this green dragon. Greed, this person is really full of treasures. Even his second origin soul is a dragon. The furnace that 2C refined back then also landed in his hands. His cultivation level is also high, so he can be considered someone who has the heaven's own luck. Wang Lin bitterly smiled. He didn't know that back when Greed was only 8 and hadn't even started cultivating, he found a 500-year-old Solomon's seal while playing. He took it home and ate it after breaking it. Not only was he not killed by the surge of energy inside it, but it laid his foundation as a cultivator. As the green dragon let out a roar, its cold eyes swept the area and landed on Wang Lin. The hatred from before was still there. Although it had just awakened, it still remembered what happened. Its body turned into a ray of green light and charged directly at Wang Lin. After charging into the bottom of the tide abyss, Wang Lin saw the bottomless pit at the center. Suction force was coming from the hole and it was covered in mist. The dragon's roar and the fishy smell from its mouth came from behind him. Wang Lin let out a bitter smile as he stared at the bottomless pit. He clenched his teeth and suddenly jumped into the pit. At this moment, the green dragon rushed over while roaring. The dragon had just awakened, so its mind was still in a state of chaos. It was completely acting on instinct, and when it saw Wang Lin jump into the pit, it also rushed in without any hesitation. The suction force here was very different from outside. It was much stronger. This wasn't Wang Lin's first time in here, so he knew this. After jumping into the pit, he activated the celestial spiritual energy inside his body and stayed close to the side of the cliff. However, the green dragon didn't know. After it jumped into the pit, it immediately became aware of the suction and began to struggle. Lightning bolts shot from its body, and bolts of lightning as big as a bucket landed on the cliff. Large amounts of rocks were blown off from the sides of the pit. The deeper inside the pit, the stronger the suction force became. The green dragon struggled as the lightning around him resisted the suction force. Just as it was about to charge out, its head suddenly turned and saw Wang Lin, who was carefully controlling his speed along the wall below it. The dragon suddenly let out a roar. It gave up on escaping and charged straight at Wang Lin. Wang Lin's expression became even more gloomy and he secretly cursed. This dragon didn't even know the danger it was facing. It felt the incredible suction force and still didn't run. Instead, after it saw Wang Lin, it gave up the opportunity to leave. There is this much hatred. Wang Lin stopped the celestial spiritual energy inside his body and was immediately pulled by the suction. He quickly sank, causing the green dragon to miss, and then it chased after Wang Lin. One person and one dragon went down the pit and gradually went deeper and deeper. Wang Lin immediately became aware that the suction coming from the bottom was becoming stronger, as if a storm was brewing. A roar came from behind Wang Lin as the green dragon opened its mouth. A giant ball of lightning came out and shot straight at Wang Lin. The ball of lightning moved with the might of an army and smashed toward Wang Lin like divine retribution. Wang Lin's eyes became cold and he was about to dodge. However, the incoming ball of lightning suddenly paused before moving out of its original flight path and went slightly down. Wang Lin's expression changed, and he immediately felt an unimaginable suction force coming from below him. At this moment, he no longer hesitated. He slapped his bag of holding and the three swords flew out. They formed a formation and stabbed into the wall, reinforcing each other. Wang Lin's hand tightly gripped onto a sword. At the instant he grabbed onto the sword, the suction from below him suddenly erupted. The first thing to change directions was the ball of lightning. It went straight down and was sucked into the depths of the pit. The ball of lightning gave off light that lit up to the lower part of this pit. Wang Lin looked down and only saw an bottomless pit. Soon, the light faded and the ball of lightning disappeared. The ancient thunder dragon was startled, and for the first time, fear appeared in its eyes. It no longer tried to swallow Wang Lin but struggled to fly upwards. It was afraid. In its ancient memory inheritance, it had seen something similar before. It let out a fierce roar and lightning covered its body. It managed to resist some of the suction force around it and flew up 30 feet. Want to run? Wang Lin's eyes became cold. If it wasn't he for the thunder dragon, how could he be forced to come inside here? If it wasn't he for the thunder dragon naively chasing him down the pit, he would have already left. Now, at this distance, it was simply impossible for Wang Lin to rush out. Stop for me! Wang Lin let out a roar as the celestial spiritual energy inside his body surged and activated the celestial stop spell. If it was in the past, even if the thunder dragon was stopped, it would be only for an instant, and it wouldn't care. However, right now it was completely different. The thunder dragon's body paused for a moment. It let out an unwilling roar and was pulled down by the huge suction force from more than 100 feet. You want to be able to run? Wang Lin's eyes become cold. His body was being pulled down by the suction force. As he rapidly sank, the three swords that were inside the wall were dragged down as well, creating 3 deep cuts in the wall. Stop! Wang Lin activated the spell again. The thunder dragon struggled and the lightning flickered like crazy. It was trying to fly back up. If it wasn't he for Wang Lin, it really could have rushed back out. However, every time it rushed up a bit, Wang Lin would immediately stop it. The thunder dragon was surrounded by the suction force, so no matter how much it struggled, it was useless. Due to the suction force, all of the attacks it threw at Wang Lin couldn't even get near him before they were pulled into the pit. It could only stare at Wang Lin while it despaired and was pulled into the pit. Just at this moment, the suction force suddenly increased. This suction force was several times stronger than before and pulled like crazy. Wang Lin felt like his arms were going to be torn off, but he clung to the sword. The 3 swords grinded against the wall, leaving behind deep cuts. However, this suction force was too great, so the buffer created by the 3 swords was rapidly dissipating. Sensing the crisis, Wang Lin clenched his teeth and immediately sent a part of his divine sense into his bag of holding. The celestial sword and half-moon blade immediately flew out. They stabbed into the wall under Wang Lin's feet. Wang Lin stood on the 2 swords and rapidly sank. Sounds of friction echoed in the pit as 5 deep cuts were dragged down the wall along with Wang Lin. Looking at the thunder dragon now, even though it was struggling, it still sank like a meteor. It couldn't even keep its shape. It had been stretched into a long stream of green gas. There were faint green lights coming from the green gas. The green gas had been sucked deep into the pit, and it faintly lit up the surroundings. Go down, that strange, female voice came from Wang Lin's bag into his mind again. Wang Lin's expression was extremely gloomy as he looked down, but his expression changed. Borrowing the light from the green gas, he could vaguely see a shadow sticking out horizontally. At this moment, the green light illuminated this shadow. Wang Lin was able to see that it was a large rock sticking out from the wall. This rock was about 100 feet wide, and there was a transfer array on it. Before Wang Lin could take a closer look, the green light weakened. Without the light, this large rock retreated back into the darkness. Transfer array! Wang Lin's eyes narrowed. Unfortunately, he couldn't spread out his divine sense, or else he could have seen everything clearly. Wang Lin suddenly felt that the celestial sword was gone from under his feet, and shortly after, the half-moon blade did the same. There is a crack! Wang Lin immediately felt ecstasy, and without any hesitation, he swung toward the wall. His body immediately entered the hole in the wall. As expected, there was a 10-foot crack in the wall, and Wang Lin quickly entered it. After entering, he immediately retrieved the 3 swords, the celestial sword, and the half-moon blade as fast as possible. When the Thunder Dragon's soul that had already turned into green gas saw Wang Lin enter the crack, it immediately began to struggle. As the green gas churned, it condensed into a dragon once more. It let out a roar and rushed toward the crack Wang Lin was in. This time it didn't want to devour Wang Lin, it wanted to enter the crack to avoid the suction force. It activated all the thunder energy in its body as it charged toward the crack like crazy. However, the suction force was too powerful, so it was almost impossible for it to reach the crack. The Thunder Dragon revealed a decisive gaze, then its body suddenly split in half. The bottom half was sucked deep into the pit, while the upper half used that moment to rush toward the crack. Wang Lin's eyes became cold. Just as he felt relief inside the crack, he saw the Thunder Dragon coming over. At this moment, all he needed was one stop spell and it would make the Thunder Dragon despair as it was sucked away by the suction force. The Thunder Dragon was obviously aware of this, so it opened its mouth to spit out a ball of lightning. If it was successful in spitting it out, Wang Lin would naturally have no place to dodge. Everything would depend on who was faster in activating their spell between this dragon and human. However, Wang Lin had other plans. He personally saw the dragon give up half its body, and more than half of its current power was being used to resist the suction force. It could be said that right now was the Thunder Dragon's weakest moment. Wang Lin clenched his teeth, and without any hesitation he closed his eyes and his origin soul flew out. Just as this Thunder Dragon entered the crack and was about to spit out the ball of lightning, Wang Lin's origin soul devoured the Thunder Dragon. Wang Lin was once a soul devourer that could devour every soul in the world. However, as his cultivation level increased, he gradually stopped using this technique. At this moment, his origin soul expanded greatly. The Thunder Dragon was completely stunned when Wang Lin devoured it. After devouring the ancient Thunder Dragon's soul, Wang Lin's origin soul immediately returned to his body. At this moment, there was a powerful explosion inside his soul. Even with only half of its spirit body, the power of the ancient Thunder Dragon was still unimaginable. After Wang Lin devoured it, he activated the Soul Devourer's spell to quickly absorb it. Bursts of lightning moved inside and outside of Wang Lin's origin soul, displaying the might of thunder and lightning. It even penetrated into his flesh and bones. The suction force didn't have much effect inside the crack, so Wang Lin put all his attention into absorbing the Thunder Dragon. His origin soul was constantly growing. This wasn't a growth in quantity but in quality. Wang Lin's origin was surrounded by lighting. There was a long, ancient Thunder Dragon extending inside his origin soul like veins. This Thunder Dragon's expression was extremely painful, and there was even trace of ferocity on its face. Strands of branches extended from the Thunder Dragon toward all corners of Wang Lin's origin soul. The power of the Thunder Dragon was changing Wang Lin's origin soul in a mysterious way. Even people like the All-Seer wouldn't dare to devour an ancient Thunder Dragon. This was because this Thunder Dragon wasn't like any other ancient beast. Rumor had it that the ancient Thunder Dragons were born from thunder and were the darlings of the heavens. There was even a period of time where they controlled the power of thunder for the heavens. Devouring this ancient Thunder Dragon was the same as devouring a sky filled with thunder. How could a cultivator's origin soul withstand this kind of thunder? However, the other side of peril was endless opportunity. Wang Lin's origin soul was surrounded by the lightning from the Thunder Dragon, and a large amount of thunder gathered in Wang Lin's body. As the rumbling continued, a trace of thunder appeared in Wang Lin's origin soul. His origin was in an incredible state, and it was going an earth-shaking change. This change perhaps wouldn't improve his cultivation, but it would open up endless paths for Wang Lin in the future. An origin soul that contained thunder. Even the All-Seer had never seen a cultivator that had managed to achieve this. The Thunder Dragon inside Wang Lin's origin soul struggled intensely, affecting Wang Lin's origin soul. It hadn't given in yet, and it launched a counterattack. Wang Lin's body and hair began to float into the air as if guided by some mysterious energy. Bursts of lightning came from his body and quickly scattered into the walls of the cliff. His origin soul was filled with lightning. The ancient Thunder Dragon was unwilling to yield, making the devouring process filled with danger. The Thunder Dragon continued to struggle, and the more it struggled, the stronger the lightning it gave off became. Powerful lightning caused Wang Lin's origin soul to reach a state of imminent collapse. If it wasn't for his stubborn perseverance, a normal person's origin soul would have already collapsed. Wang Lin's origin soul suddenly opened his tightly closed eyes. His eyes gave off a burst of lightning as if he was the ancient Thunder Dragon. He had a feeling that if his origin soul stayed inside his body would be directly affected, which would lead to his death. His origin soul immediately flew out of his body. He revealed a decisive look, and without any hesitation, his hand reached into his origin soul. He grabbed the Thunder Dragon and dragged out a small portion of it. The Thunder Dragon suddenly let out a roar, causing Wang Lin's origin soul to emit a large amount of lightning. The lightning landed on the walls, creating many crackling sounds. Holding part of the Thunder Dragon, Wang Lin's eyes became cold. His left hand moved, creating a large amount of restrictions that landed on that part of the Thunder Dragon. After doing this, Wang Lin reached into his origin soul and grabbed another section. He continued to place restrictions on it. With external forces helping his origin soul, this cycle of sealing and devouring continued. After an unknown amount of time, Wang Lin became completely immersed in fusing with the Thunder Dragon and became oblivious to the outside world. His body gradually lost its luster and slowly withered. However, it didn't die. It had entered a suspended animation state in order to ensure his vitality wasn't lost. Day by day, year by year passed. On this day, the Thunder Dragon inside Wang Lin's origin wasn't struggling as violently, but it was still struggling. However, there were countless restrictions flashing on its body. They stacked together and formed the seal of the dragon. Wang Lin's origin soul had gradually shrunk throughout the years. It was now only 3 feet tall, only as big as a cultivator's nascent soul. Although his origin soul had shrunk, it gave off the power of thunder. It was no longer crystal clear but emitted endless lightning bolts. It was as if there were millions of silver snakes moving inside his origin soul. Wang Lin opened his eyes and thunderous rumbling sounds echoed around him. Then 2 rays of lightning shot out from his eyes like 2 dragons and disappeared into the darkness. His origin soul moved and arrived next to his body. When Wang Lin glanced at his own body, lightning flashed across his eyes. His eyes gave off the pressure of coldness and indifference. All of the muscles on his body had already withered away, so he was like a bag of bones right now. If it wasn't for the sliver of vitality coming from between his eyebrows, this body would have already become a corpse. His origin soul floated above his body and gradually entered it. When he was entering his body, he felt a barrier blocking him. Fortunately, this barrier dissipated a moment later, so he was able to successfully enter his body. In an instant, lightning came from his body and moved throughout his body. His muscles recovered at rate visible to the naked eye. In an instant, he returned to normal. Only he looked slightly thinner compared to before. Wang Lin let out a mouthful of foul air. This air was gray and also contained lightning. His eyes were as bright as a lightning bolt streak across the sky. He began to deeply ponder. This trip was very dangerous, but my harvest was beyond imagination. Although I don't know if this is good or bad, my origin soul completely transformed. Now my origin soul is more like a bolt of divine retribution lightning. Wang Lin pondered even harder. Then he raised his head and looked outside the crack. An origin soul that transformed into lightning, it is interesting. Now if someone wants to destroy my origin soul, it will be like trying to destroy divine retribution lightning. Although my cultivation is still at the early stage of ascendant, after this opportunity, it gave me the power of thunder. Wang Lin raised his right hand. Lightning filled his hand and quickly formed a ball of lightning. Sound of explosions came from inside the ball of lightning. Clearly it was not very stable. A moment later, the ball of lightning collapsed. Then Wang Lin's eyes lit up and he swallowed it. There was a hint of red on his face, but it gradually returned to normal. However, what exactly is my current origin soul? Wang Lin's eyes were filled with confusion. He never thought that devouring that half of the Thunder Dragon would cause his origin soul to change in such a strange way. He wasn't able to completely absorb the Thunder Dragon. He had only managed to absorb 1/5, and the rest was sealed inside his origin soul. After pondering a bit, Wang Lin tried out all of his spells. He could still use all of his spells, including the Underworld River. Only after this did Wang Lin let out a sigh of relief. However, he immediately felt that there was a difference. Although the spells were no different from before on the surface, if one observed carefully, there was the power of thunder in all of them. A strand of very powerful thunder. Wang Lin frowned. Increasing the strength of his spells was a good thing. Also, this increase in power wasn't just a little. With his current spells, he could be standing among the top of mid-stage ascendant cultivators. Along with his magical treasures, he could even battle with late-stage ascendant cultivators. However, Wang Lin still felt like something was wrong, as if something was forgotten. He pondered for a long time, and that feeling was still there. He stood up and walked toward the exit of the crack. It was completely dark outside, and the sound of the suction force was like the wailing of ghosts. The closer he came to the exit, the stronger that voice became. Looking outside the crack, it was as if a bolt of lightning flashed across Wang Lin's mind, and he suddenly knew why he felt that something was wrong. Why was there that barrier when my origin soul tried to return to my body? Wang Lin's expression was extremely ugly. The scattered devil was still sealed in his origin soul, so it was impossible for it to be a possession. It also didn't look like his origin soul had been robbed. It seems like the problem is my origin soul. Wang Lin planned for his origin soul to leave his body again, but his expression immediately changed. My origin soul can't leave my body. Wang Lin immediately took a few steps back and sat down in the lotus position. He tried several times before opening his eyes. He was not flustered and he calmly pondered. It is still that barrier blocking my origin soul from leaving. Could this be the price after the origin soul mutated? Wang Lin took a deep breath. Forget it, let us not think about it now. Let us have a look at this token. What kind of spell did it have to condense from the mist? Wang Lin slapped his bag of holding and a purple token appeared in his hand. This token was completely purple, and there was a trace of golden lighting within it. It looked like a piece of purple gold. When touching it, one could feel that it was either wood nor gold texture. The universe was simply too big for someone to recognize every single material. Wang Lin didn't focus too much on what the token was made of and carefully looked at its appearance. There were some broken runes on the surface of the token. After a moment of hesitation, Wang Lin scanned it with his divine sense and revealed a strange expression. Storage. There was a unique space inside the token. Although the space inside was filled with purple mist, it was indeed a storage device. There was only one thing inside, and that was a sword. It wasn't a celestial sword, but one of the swords from the 12 swords. After thinking about it, Wang Lin deduced that this sword came from the last Delu's sword disciple trapped inside the mist. For some reason, when that disciple was sacrificed to the token, the sword was absorbed by the token. With a thought, the sword flew out and stabbed into the ground beside Wang Lin. After carefully searching the space inside the token, Wang Lin withdrew his divine sense. He looked at the token and began to ponder. Aside from the material of this token, there is nothing surprising about it. If I hadn't seen it form from the mist directly, it would be difficult to imagine that this thing is something people like the All-Seer, Ling Tianhou, and the Blood Ancestor want to steal. This token is the key to opening the cave. Only with the 4 fake caves open can the final door be opened. According to Yao Shishue, the All-Seer and company don't know that a 4th fake cave exists. But the Blood Ancestor knows this. Qinlong and Greed know that I obtained the token. However, Qinlong didn't see everything. If I were him, I would think that Greed would have taken the token in the end. After taking a deep breath, Wang Lin withdrew his gaze. Looking out of the crack at the pitch-black darkness outside, he revealed a bitter expression. Even if I got the token, what's the use when I'm trapped here and can't get out? There is no need to try to teleport when even people as cunning as Greed didn't teleport once. I just don't know if I can enter the cave from here. Wang Lin's eyes narrowed as he touched his bag of holding and a crystal appeared in his hand. After a long time, Wang Lin let out a sigh and bitterly smiled. I'm unable to activate it. He pondered a bit and looked around. This crack wasn't big, only few dozen feet wide. He was able to clearly see everything with one look. Shortly after, he stood up and arrived at the entrance of the crack. The suction force outside never stopped. After moving a little bit more forward, he could clearly feel it. and even his body showed signs of being sucked in. Wan Lin backed up. His eyes flickered. I wonder how the mosquito beast is doing right now also. What is the result of the battle between Senior Zhou and Greed? However, even if Zhou won, he still won't know where I am. After all, even his sword divine sense can't reach here. He looked up at the wall, and his body moved as he attempted to use the Earth Escape spell. However, as soon as his body touched the wall, he was stopped. After pondering for a bit, Wan Lin landed on the ground and slapped his bag of holding. He took out the soul flag, took out a soul, threw it at the wall, and carefully observed. That soul floated into the wall like a strand of smoke, but Wan Lin immediately felt a miserable scream from the soul. It was as if the soul that went inside was torn into pieces and was immediately sucked toward the bottom by the strong suction force. Danger spot! The bitterness in Wan Lin's eyes became even stronger. He let out a sigh and sat down on the ground in the lotus position with a gloomy expression. Shortly after, he touched his bag of holding and 3 swords, a severed arm, and a skull immediately flew out. The 3 swords were from the 12 swords, and adding the one inside the token, they were the snake, horse, chicken, and dog. Wan Lin currently had 7 of the 12 swords. The 3-sword formation also flew out from Wan Lin's bag and fell beside him. Wan Lin waved his right hand and the 7 swords immediately flew around him. He opened his mouth to spit out some origin energy. The origin energy wrapped around the 7 swords. There was an extra strand of thunder inside his origin energy. After it touched the swords, lightning moved throughout the swords. The 7 swords were also connected by lightning, forming a mysterious sword formation. 7 swords can form the 7-star sword formation. Also, with my thunder linking them, the power of the sword formation will increase by 30%. Wan Lin withdrew his gaze. With his origin energy refining the swords, he no longer had to pay any attention to them. He then turned around and looked at the severed arm and head. The origin soul of the owner, and also Ling Tianho's sword energy were sealed inside them. Wan Lin was very experienced in refining souls and extracting the sword energy. 2 mouthfuls of origin energy allowed Wan Lin to extract Ling Tianho's sword energy and devour it. Normally, after devouring Ling Tianho's sword energy, his origin soul would feel waves of pain and would only stop after he recovered for a bit. However, right now, after devouring 2 sword energies in a row, not only did his origin soul not feel any discomfort, it actually felt very comfortable. After checking his origin soul and finding nothing wrong, Wan Lin wryly smiled to himself. Can this still be considered an origin soul? He once again touched his bag of holding and took out a sphere of restrictions. The small sphere grew after it came out, and by the time it landed, it was 5 feet tall already. There were countless restrictions flashing on the sphere. Wan Lin's right hand formed a seal and then pointed at the sphere. A restriction sphere began to split down the middle as if a flower was blooming, revealing a handsome man inside. This person was the Red Division's Dujian. His eyes were closed, and his face was pale. After the restrictions were lifted, he opened his eyes and stared at Wan Lin. It took a long time before his empty eyes slowly regained their color. However, after checking himself, he immediately found that his origin soul had been sealed. Right now he had basically become immortal. Wan Lin's voice was calm as he slowly said, "Senior brother Du, you can tell me Master's secret now." Du Jian revealed a bitter expression. He looked at Wan Lin with a complex expression. After silently pondering for a bit, he said, "Even if I talked, I'm afraid it would be difficult to avoid death." Wan Lin's gaze swept Du Jian. A hint of lightning appeared in Wan Lin's eyes and penetrated Du Jian's eyes. This caused Du Jian's mind to become shocked. He pointed at Wan Lin and exclaimed, Your eyes." Wan Lin withdrew his gaze and calmly said, "Senior brother Du, my patience has a limit." It was as if Du Jian hadn't heard Wan Lin at all, and his eyes were filled with aghast. He still hadn't recovered from Wan Lin's gaze. Du Jian had encountered a lot of cultivators and even seen a lot of powerful cultivators. He had seen cultivators whose eyes had lightning within them. However, all of that lightning was created by spells. Although it was still lightning, it couldn't compare to the heaven's lightning. However, at that moment, the lightning from Wan Lin's eyes made him felt like he was standing below the vast sky and looking up at a thunderbolt. It was the feeling of not knowing what to do when dealing with the might of the heavens. Wan Lin frowned. He no longer wanted to deal with this nonsense, so he grabbed Du Jian and dragged him toward the opening of the crack. Near the opening, Du Jian became aware of the huge suction force. Even with his cultivation, he felt like his origin soul was about to be pulled out of his body. He began to exclaim due to the terror. Speak! Wan Lin's sentence was simple, there was only one word. Du Jian's expression became even paler, and the shadow of death enveloped his body. Wan Lin's expression was calm as he grabbed Du Jian and pulled him toward the opening of the crack once more. Du Jian suddenly felt the suction from outside by increased 10 times. At this moment, his origin soul was pulled out from his body and left his body. No matter how hard his origin soul struggled, it was still being slowly pulled out of his body. Du Jian's trembling body shouted, I'll speak! I'll speak! Wan Lin pulled back his right hand, threw Du Jian to the side, and coldly looked at him. Du Jian trembled slightly as his origin soul gradually returned to his body. His eyes contained fear as he said, I'll tell you everything I know, but you have to promise not to kill me. Wan Lin calmly said, It's possible to not kill you, as I have other uses for you. Du Jian took a deep breath as he looked at Wan Lin with a complex expression and said, Swear on your Tao. Wan Lin frowned as he coldly looked at Du Jian. He slowly raised his right hand and was about to throw him toward the opening of the crack. Du Jian's body trembled and he quickly said, I saw Master devour Sun Yun. Wan Lin's eyes glowed brightly as he silently stared at Du Jian. I didn't see it personally, but a mountain goblin saw it. After I entered the Heavenly Fates sect, I cultivated a technique that could absorb spiritual energy from beasts. I was in the back mountains when I found a mountain goblin that was nearing the end of its life. As I was absorbing its spiritual energy, I extracted some of its memories for some reason. There was one scene from its memory from a long time ago, and that was when Master devoured Sun Yun. Wan Lin was startled. Du Jian quickly said, In the memory, Sun Yun and Master had a huge fight, but in the end, Master used a spell that devoured Sun Yun, then he left. This was his biggest secret. When he saw the memory that day, he was completely shocked, and at the same time, fear appeared in his heart. This was why he respected and feared the All-Seer all this time. This secretly was buried deep inside his heart, and it was the first time he had told anyone. Wan Lin asked, What was Master's expression like back then? It looked like there was regret. It should be regret. Du Jian carefully recalled before hesitating as if he was thinking of something. Then he said, However, there was something strange about Master inside the mountain goblin's memory. I have never seen Master wear gray before. Wan Lin's eyes glowed even brighter as he stared at Du Jian and said, word for word, Are you sure he was wearing a gray robe? Du Jian nodded and said, That's right, it was a gray robe.